Good morning. This is Bunny from Bunny's Flower and Veg Garden. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm outside looking at this tomato that I'm going to have to try to grow inside. I'm going to heat it from the bottom and put a light on it. I really hope that it will grow because it's an indeterminate tomato and it's gonna need some space. So I'm gonna try to set it by my east window because I don't have a southern facing window, and put some heat, a heat mat under the bottom so it'll have heat. And I might try to, but it'll end up being too tall, convert this stand I have here with this old gardening stuff on it and put some plastic on it and try to convert it into a greenhouse. But it'll work for a minute, but it's probably gonna get too tall. And this, yeah, it probably will. I don't know. I might try it that way, but I don't. I'm thinking about it. But anyway, I have a couple of bell peppers and I've got a couple of tomatoes, late tomatoes. But what we're going to talk about today is this this rosehip oil I talked about yesterday. Here it is. I did it. Look, my grandson picked the rosehips last night and I put it in almond oil. You can put it in any kind of oil that you choose, but almond oil seems to be what I have a lot of on hand right now. Olive oil would probably be better if I was going to leave it a long time because olive oil has a longer shelf life than almond oil. But here it is. I've got it full of almond oil and about half the way full of these flower seeds, because that's really what they are. They call them, they have the seed of the flower, seed of the rose in them. You can even plant the seeds, and they said it'll take 5 years to germinate, and they don't know really what kind of rose it'll be. But one day I might try that just to see what kind of rose can I grow. Because I put a label on it to tell me that I did it October 25th, 2024. And it'll take, let's say, I'm going to put it in a dark place and I'm going to shake it every time I think about it, which probably won't be a lot, but I need to shake it and just let the seeds do its thing. And in about, let's say, 6 to 8 weeks, it should be darker and it should have the smell of the rose hips. They smell really good. Last night when I was taking them off of their vine, a couple of them were really soft and they kept splitting in my hand. And I needed them to split because they're going to have, the whole seed is going to work and convolulate, and oh, it's going to be great. And I'm going to have at least this amount, or I'm going to have a little less once I strain it out and put it in another one of these jars and put it back on the shelf so that I can use it periodically. Rosehip oil is great for aged skin or for even acne skin, or let me say skin that has marks or acne or age spots, so things like that. and the oil that you get from the farm, let's say from Walmart, or maybe even if you ordered it from a supplier. Uh, I've done that so many times. I've wasted so much money buying fragrance oil or essential oil that didn't turn out to be anything. I know I've had at least 20 different kinds of lavender oil, and not maybe two of them smelled similar, but none of them smelled the same. And they didn't have a long shelf life. I mean, well, once you start working with a certain product and you wanted to do what you wanted to do, so you're spending your money on an ounce of this or an ounce of that because you can't trust to buy 8 ounces of it because you don't know what you're really getting. So it's a trial and error situation. I'm thinking about making a ebook maybe on how to choose a fragrance company or a company that you're gonna buy products to make other things. I say it's craft maybe, but anyway, soap, because you can spend so much money buying olive oil and all of these very expensive oils, but it only takes 3 oils to make soap. And a lie. That's, well, 3 to 4. And they don't really have to be olive oil. You don't have to use 13 ounces of olive oil. You can really use, let's say, lard or soybean oil or almond oil. It really depends on what you really want the soap to do, other than cleanse your body. Soap has more than one purpose. We, as a young person, or as a woman in general, we thought soap was to make you clean and to make you smell good. It has both of those purposes, but it can also determine how quick you age. I have such a nice time. Let's say it's like this. I have friends that have been using Dove uh, 30 years, and I have some that's been using Dial just as long, and they swear by it. But if you pay attention, it didn't. That quarter moisturizer didn't change your face a lot. I mean, really? Uh, don't ever get into one product or one thing and believe it's the cure all to all, because it's not. And things change. Believe me, things change. Products have changed so much in the last 5 years. Uh, COVID had some things to do with it. Everything now is antibacterial. Be careful of that. Okay, makes a lot of sense when you know that if it wasn't for some bacteria, you wouldn't have any defenses against what's really just going on in the world. You will walk outside and you would really have a serious problem, because uh, you